What's up, YouTube? This is TMZ1313, and I just want to do a little something on nitro engines and how to make them last longer. I go on YouTube and I see people beating the hell out of RC cars. I mean, they must have rich parents or something because they put them in snow, they put them in water, and I just cringe when I see that because I don't have rich parents. I bought this myself. This cost $500. I mean, you could get one a little cheaper, but I mean, all nitro engines are pretty much expensive, and the hobby is pretty expensive. So I want to give you a few pointers on how to save your nitro engine from blowing up so soon when you could have saved it from a few easy steps that mainly don't cost nothing. Um, the few things that do cost something is like after run oil, a temperature gauge, and a few things like that. But I'll get into that later in the video. Um, First thing I want to point is keep it at the temperature it's supposed to be. Um, each RC car is different. They all got different temperatures. Some run at 210, some run at 300. It just depends on your engine and your radiator. Um, my Savage 4.6X Pig Block actually runs at 250, um, which is a decent amount. Uh, One thing to use is after run oil. You gotta use after run oil. Um, it costs like $6 at the hobby shop. It's this stuff right here. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same brand, but this is what I use. Um, After every run, just take your glow plug out and you squirt a little bit in there. You crank it with the rotor start or pole start without the glow plug in there, and then you put a few drops in the carburetor and hit the throttle a few times, and they'll get nice and lubricated. It'll keep from rusting. It will keep it lubricated. Anyways, let me take this cover off. Now, um, do not. Alright, here's the thing I see too: is people driving in snow. When there's snow on the ground, it's 32 degrees or less, and I mean that is not good for your RC car. You need good weather to drive your RC car. 50 degrees or above is the perfect or ideal weather to do it in. Because if you go 50 or below, this right here is air cooled. Um, and if you have cold air running through it, it's gonna it's gonna go lower, like below 200, and you do not want to be driving your car or bashing it or anything like that under 200. I mean, that's just not good for the engine at all. Um, Basically, what happens is, let's say you do get up to 250, you gotta lean it out a little bit more. Well, when you lean it out at 30 degrees to get it at the temperature, you're not getting the proper lubrication that you actually need. So you're basically tricking the engine thinking it's running at the right temperature, but really you're just suffocating it from the oil that it actually needs. So I know it sucks, but do not drive it during the winter. I know it sucks. I haven't driven this car in probably 4 months now, and it's killing me. But it gives you a good time to take it apart, clean it, and such. Um, Use a temperature gauge. Um, like when it does get nice out and you got nice weather. Don't use the trick of what some people do. Use water and drop it on here. If it sizzles, it's good. If it don't, or if it disappears right away, it's not good. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Because it doesn't tell you the exact temperature. Yeah, water boils at 210. Okay, cool. So if it boils right away, what does that mean? It's over 210? Okay, what if my engine has to run at 250? Well, it's going to disappear right away. Anyways, use a temperature gauge. You can get a decent one or a very expensive one. This one right here, $20. I mean, it's thermal. It'll tell you the temperature of anything right away. I mean, it's cheap, and always check it like every 5 minutes of running your car. If you don't, it's you're gonna blow your engine. I mean, if it's running too hot, you're gonna be able to tell you it'll seize because the metal will expand in the engine, and it will seize your engine, and you will know when you have destroyed it. Trust me. Or if you're running too cold, I mean, you can't be running too cold. That it's just not good. I can't stress that enough. Um, Another thing is don't abuse your engine. I mean, what I mean by that is don't full throttle that thing for 20 seconds doing donuts. That is stupid. First of all, if you're doing donuts, don't full throttle it because you're not getting the proper airflow. This ain't it doesn't have water going through the engine. It is air. So air actually has to move past this little radiator to actually cool down. So don't don't it's not made for that. And a lot of people do that. I mean, yeah, you can do it, but it's not your engine ain't gonna last long. I'm telling you. Um, Always let your engine warm up before you actually um, go bashing or just driving it normal. You gotta let it warm up because when your engine is at 110, 130, it is not sealed properly. You're not getting the right combustion. It's going to take life off of your engine actually. Um, what I do is I got a heat gun. I'll heat it up to about 150, 200, so that way it's already hot and ready to go. Um, there's a few other ways of doing it. A blow dryer or anything like that. Any of those will work if your engine's cold. Um, this ain't a real big one, but use the same brand of fuel and percentage. I mean, different brands have different, qualities or what. So not it, they act real funny when you change up fuels all the time. So try to keep the same brand. It's not always possible, but I use actually Traxxas 33% Nitro on mine. Um, I got the right spacers, so for all you people saying 33% is not the right fuel for it, go fuck off, because I know what I'm talking about. I got spacers in my engine for the glow plug and for the right combustion, so fuck you. Um, keep keep all your engine rich, not lean. I mean, you don't have to keep it rich all the time. Like you say you're showing off to your friends or your neighbors, you want to do some wheelies or whatever. Lean it out for a little bit. Make sure you're not going over your temperature, but once you get back done just driving normal, rich it a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit sluggish. Yeah, you might not be able to do wheelies or whatever, but um, it's a good thing to always have it rich. See all that smoke coming out. That's good. That's good for your motor. That means that there's oil going through it. The more you lean it out, the less oil. Less oil means less. The more friction. The more friction means the more chance that you're gonna blow the engine. Um, Another thing is if you're in a small area, keep it rich. Um, a lot of people will just keep it, the way they would, and they're going in a 10-foot area doing circles or whatnot, and having it leaned out to 250. You're not getting proper airflow through the engine. You actually need to go like, let's say you're got a big straightaway. Go 5 seconds full throttle. The engine might go up to 260. And then you let go of the throttle and like coast 100 feet. When you do that, you're letting the engine cool down. That's the proper way to do it. You're engine's not cooling if you don't have your hand off the throttle and you're actually coasting, because you need proper airflow. Another way to get proper airflow is cut a hole right through there. See, I got a little hole so air could go through. Um, that's a good way to get it. Another thing is keep your cover off when you first get your car, because your engine has so tight of a clearance when it's new, it's gonna be overheating most of the time. So you want to get as much airflow as possible. So keep that cover off until your temperature reaches down to about your operating range that you want it to be in. Now a lot a lot of manuals say 2-3 tanks of idling, maybe do some circles and you're good. No, you are not good. I don't care what they say. They want you to buy a new engine. I'm telling you, they don't care on how it's actually supposed to be. Alright, my engine was so hot, it would be at like 300 degrees when I first got it, at like the 16th. And I was thinking, well, what the fuck, This ain't right. So I went up to the hobby shop guy, and, he was telling me that they take more than 3 tanks to actually, to break in all the way. Mine actually took a gallon. I know that seems a lot because it is and it sucked, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want life out of this, I'm telling you, break it in the right way. I mean, you can't not stress that enough. If you break it in wrong, you're already taking off 3-4 gallons of nitro fuel. And nitro engines do not last long in the first place. You probably get from anywhere from 8 to 10 gallons before they blow. And if you're not doing it right, you can only get 5, maybe 6 gallons at the most. And that's not a lot to pay that much money and for it to break. I mean, if you got money, whatever, go blow it, do what you want with it. But for the people like me that don't have money, here's a few ways that you could actually keep your engine from blowing. I mean, they're simple. Yeah, they're not that fun, but if you want to keep your engine healthy, lubricated, go through these steps. And I'm telling you, your engine will last at least 4 tanks more. Or not 4 tanks, 4 gallons, I'm sorry. Also, make sure that your gas tank is all the way on. Like, this cap, if it's a little loose, you're getting air going through there, your engine's going to run lean. So you want to make sure that that doesn't happen. I mean, really, if you do these things, I mean, it will save you a lot of money in the long run. By the way, if I haven't said it before, this is a Savage 4.6X Big Block. It's an awesome car. I recommend it to anyone that wants to get a nice monster truck. It's huge, it's heavy, but it goes. It'll do wheelie any day. I mean, it takes torture like you couldn't believe. This is from a car running over that. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually flipped the car ran that over. It's still running with no problem. It's an awesome car. But anyways, I'll post up some more videos and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.